Hello everybody, wherever you might be in the world today. This is Bobby coming from a unique venue today. Wait till a few people come on as usual. But I'm on a beautiful, wow, just a most unusual place. Hi Paul. Paul's the first one on and already there's a few on, so Bobby's live. I'm fishing a match today, but we're having a lunch. We're having an hour's break. So we fished for 2.5 hours and then we've got an hour's break and then we're fishing for another 2.5 hours. And I will tell you about this venue. It is unbelievable. Let me show you the lake first, because you don't want to be staring at me, do you, all day? Beautiful day here too. I'm in Norfolk. Let's just reverse this. Hi. Oh, my daughter's watching. Hi, Debbie. I didn't answer the phone, Debbie, because I never answer the phone to anybody when I'm fishing a match. My daughter phoned me this morning, of course. There, let me show you. This is a unique match today. This is a beautiful lake. It's a carp lake, a carp syndicate lake. It's called very, very famous lake. Now I'll show you the lake. I can't see anybody else. Look, there's 24 anglers here today and I can't see anybody. I'm sitting on my own. I am lucky, aren't I? But this is a carp lake, so it's got, let me come back to me for a sec. So it's got big carp, and I turned up this morning, and after 3 months of sugar-free muesli and fresh fruit for breakfast, I couldn't resist. They had bacon rolls. It was all supplied by the owner. Martin, the owner, has allowed us to come and fish here to catch. There's so many big roach in here that he wants to take some out, but it's impossible to net. So he's got 24 anglers here today, and these roach are not usually fished for. I've probably already had I've had 70 something fish in the first, and I've made a mess of it really. I've probably got 30 odd pound, but I haven't fished very well, and we've only fished 2.5 hours. I've got 4 or 5 pound roach and a biggish hybrid, but loads of other fish as well. It's fabulous fishing. And I'm catching these roach on banded pellet. Well, it took me 2 hours, 15 minutes to sort it out. I got done by 2 carp as well, 2 rigs gone. I've had a nightmare, but it's been fabulous, a fabulous nightmare. And I've been fishing not far out. I've only been fishing at 6 metres out. 6 metres out, which is... Hi Sharon, hi Dave Turner. Sharon, my daughter's watching. She's saying hello Daddy and sent me 4 love hearts. Oh, somebody loves me, I suppose. But there you are. Let me just come back to here. Loads of people on already. I might even be able to catch a fish for you, but I was going to wait until they weighed me in and see if I can catch one of these big roach for you. Not brilliant. Well, 76 fish. 30 odd pounds, you? just talking to Simon Wheeler. He is a fishery member here, so yeah, I'm a lucky fella, Chris. Let's come back to me for a sec. Oh yeah, I've been fishing just out there, loose feeding. All right, catching roach. You know what I'm doing? I'm loose feeding 4mm carp pellets, hard feed carp pellets. And then in the end, I found it better fishing near the bottom. It's about 8 foot deep, so just over 2 metres deep where I'm fishing at 6 metres. Fishing just on the bottom, but I found it better to just tip the pellet with a maggot. You know, that was better. The fish seemed to get steadier bites, but it took me 2.25 hours to work it out. So that's not very good, is it? And at the start, my elastic was too heavy. I'd got a 1.5 micro bore, which is quite soft, but what I didn't do, when you're catching carp on a barbless hook, of course they pull fairly hard and your elastic, doesn't matter what, is always well stretched, but even big roach will bounce a little bit. So, and this is what happened. I was bumping 1 or 2 fish and it wasn't going very well. So I got up the bank, I've set up a new rig with some lighter elastic. Then I hooked a big carp that took everything, elastic everything. Oh, best not tell Martin about that. I hope he's not watching. But there are some lovely roach. I have had some, The smallest brooch is probably £1/4 pound, and in the end I was getting those like 10-ounce fish, gorgeous, just going in, waiting. You want that really slow bite, that's what you want. And they might, once, if they're going to come and weigh these fish in, I think, if they do weigh them in, whether they'll weigh them in now or not, I don't know, but if they do weigh them in, I'll be able to catch you a fish. But if not, you know, they might think, well, they know I wouldn't cheat. I never cheat anyway, do I? Let's just show you what I've been using. Let me just come round. I'll show you what I've been feeding. Reverse the camera, and it's there. Yeah, so this is HOLESDALE Lake in Norfolk, a very, very famous carp lake. Carp up, there's catfish over 100 pounds and carp, I think carp over 50. So let's have a look and see what I've been on. So I've been on that, on my hybrid power. Let's have a look, see if I can see that. I've been using some banded pellets at hooks. I don't tie them myself. So. And there's my pellets, nearly all gone now. I've got some 6mm, but I didn't put them on the hook. 4s and 6s. Hemp there, maggots there. I've been tipping them with one of those fluoro maggots. Really not had chance to sort things out. I've got some casters around there as well. There's the pellets I've been using. They're quite good, those hard feed carp pellets. Yeah, they're nice. They're copped up mill. They're a nice sort of shape. I've got a surface rig left. Let me show you my rig I've got left. This is what I've been on. Oh, there's what I was using on the hook at the end. Look, let me show you. One pellet, there's maggot still left on there. I had a 10-ounce roach on the whistle. Oh no, the maggot's gone now. So I'm just on a banded pellet hook. I've pushed the Olivet right up. Push the Olivet. You can't see that very well, can you? And there's my float. I'm using a 1.5 gram. My camera's telling me to be careful. So I'm on a 1.5 gram. Let's have a look, see if I can get it into shot. There, 1.5 gram DT Nevis float. Nice. A little bit undershotted because of the weight of the pellet, and I'm fishing just off bottom. And really you want those, to catch the fish, you really want those steady bites. So, and I've just been loose feeding. When I've had a big fish on, come back to me for a sec. When I've had a big fish on, I could loose feed a few by hand, but I've been catapulting it to keep them tight. So I've been trying to, no one's ever fished it, so there's 24 of us here today. They're coming round with lunch in a minute. They come round after an hour, also with coffee and cake. Needless to say, I refused. I apologise, but I never eat or drink anything when I'm fishing, especially a match. But it's not a serious match. The pools are quite low, so we're not fishing for money. We are fishing, well, I always fish for my pleasure anyway, don't I? But there are some seriously big roach. I'd love to show you one, really, but I don't know whether they're going to weigh. If they're going to weigh in, no, I won't have time, will I? Look, I've got to set some gear up as well. Got an itchy nose. Let's have a look. Let's see, that sun's right in my eyes. Is that better? That's better for you. Let's see who's watching. Dave Turner's watching. Hello, Mr. Nudd from Carlo. There's a few people on now. So hopefully I'll have it sorted for this afternoon and maybe catch. Have I got £30? I think I've got more than £30. 2.5 hours fishing, so it's not bad for roach, especially when he made a mess of it as well. But there's, as I said, it's not real big money. It's just a pleasure to be here, and they come round, as I say, they come round with lunch. Just a fabulous lake, and I think it's so good of Martin, the owner, to allow us to fish just today. Match anglers really with the purpose of taking out some of the roach. There are so many. I mean, there's lots of bites. I think I've missed more bites than I've hit. But that's when you're feeding pellet and roach. That's what happened. I didn't want to feed. I don't know. Perhaps I should have fed caster. But I didn't want to feed that because I thought I might get smaller fish. So I've experimented with, and then I gave in a bit by still feeding pellet, but tipping it, a banded pellet, 4mm banded pellet, but just tipping it with a maggot, and that did seem to be best at the end. So it's hopefully this is half time. Hopefully I can shape up if I haven't. See how well I've done. I won't be miles out, but see how well I've done, and then hopefully I can do better in the second half of the match. So, and it's nice to do a live feed from somewhere different, isn't it? I can't do a live feed in a match normally, but this is halfway through the match. Andy, oh, if there was someone here, I'd sort of ask them, can you watch me while I catch a fish on live feed to make sure that I don't put it in my net? Do you mind?
Yeah.
See, Andy's next to me. Andy Moss won the match, big match on Sunday on the air, £1,000, brilliant. And he's next to me today, but he's been fishing waggler. I haven't been able to see him because he's been round the corner, so I don't know whether he's beaten me or not. But let's just try and catch one of these big roach. I won't feed because I'm not allowed to feed, but I'll try and catch one of these big roach for you. Let's just reverse the camera. Let me see. Can you still see me okay? Let me tighten that. Oh, I don't want my phone disappearing. Do I got to tighten that up a bit?
Do you want me to hold it?
I think I'll be all right, and it usually works on there and it keeps it still. That's it. See it disappear through there. Can you still see Bobby? Yes, you can. Shall I catch you a big roach? Only one, maybe. But I haven't fed at all, so I don't know whether I'm going to catch one or not. But I'm going to just catch one big roach for you, then I'm going to go. I've got to set up. As I say, I've lost 2 complete rigs to carp. I've just put I've still got the old banded. Now I'll put a new pellet on. This one's just about nothing left on it. Will there be any roach out there, do you think? Will I catch one big roach? Got both my daughters watching. And mind you, they're fed up with watching their dad catch fish, haven't they? They've been watching it all their lives. Let's get one of these pellets on. I usually manage to flick these pellets on just with my fingers rather than use a bander. Just flick it on with my fingers. Now I've just been tipping the maggot, and I've been tipping the maggot the wrong way round, so it leaves sort of plenty of hooks showing. Will I catch a fish? Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to feed, but I'm just going to go out there about 6 metres. I've got a bit of line so I can just flick out with 5 metres and then add another metre on. I'm fishing probably just off bottom. Let's have a look. Are there any carp left? Any roach? No, I don't want a carp. Are there any roach left? They were going mad at the end. Hasn't gone yet. Hasn't gone yet. Will it go? Will there still be 1 or 2 hanging around? Try and tease them a bit, pull a bait up. I might not catch one because I'm not allowed to feed really. That would be unfair. Amazing, they've gone already. It's been about sort of 20 minutes not loose feeding and the fish have gone. Let's just try one more. Let's just try one more just to see. Andy, are they coming to weigh us in?
Yeah, they're on their way around.
Are they? Oh, they're coming to weigh us in soon, so we'll have to sign off if I don't get a bite. Cause I've got to put another rig up for the one that was destroyed. Doesn't look like I'm going to get a bite. Looks like you've got to feed, and there was millions of roach here. Oh, I've got a bite. Oh, Bobby's got one, but it's a tiny thing. Oh dear, it's unbelievable. But I've caught you one, so don't complain. I say a tiny thing. I mean it will be good. It will be good for. I'm just doing a live feed, so I'm not going to put this fish in my net or anything. I say, look, I dropped it. That's a small roach. Oh, they're coming around with lunch now. Oh, they're coming around with lunch. I'll try and catch one more. That one slipped off the hook, but it was about. I said it was a small roach, but it was about 4 ounce. Well, I've been catching sort of £half-pound fish and bigger. Just flicking out with that 1.5 grams, just off bottom, tipping it with a maggot, and we've got a load of people watching. Is that sun okay? Yeah, I think the sun's all right. I've sort of got the camera around a bit so that the sun's not right on it. And lunch is coming, so we'll be interrupted in a minute. But I did have a bite without feeding, but when I was feeding, there was tons there. And they're not there now. Not there like they were. No, they're not there. Huh? Yeah. A cup of tea, please. Just a cup of tea. Just going to get me a cup of tea. So, no, I can't catch without feeding. Let's see. I'll post tonight and probably post a catch shot and let you know how I get on. But you've obviously, it just goes to prove you've got to feed. You know, I was feeding pellets all the time, boom, boom. And that's what you've got to do. And otherwise the fish are just, they go as soon as they're there, and it was solid at the end, lovely big fish. Right, my lunch is coming. It's tea and cake for Bobby. What a match, eh? For breakfast, bacon rolls. They came round after an hour, didn't want anything else. Of course, I didn't have anything. And now they're round again with lunch. So, okay, I'm going to sign off now. This is Bobby's live feed. Thank you very much. I appreciate everybody, wherever you are in the world, for watching today. And I'll be going back live again. Maybe at the weekend. I've got a big match then. And let's hope I've got 30-something pounds and I can catch more in the afternoon session. Lovely. Thanks for watching. Bye. Appreciate it.